Hi, I'm LDS in Medium, and thank you so much for tuning in today. I want to try to bring religion and spirituality closer together, and this is what this pod is all about. I will talk about my own thoughts and feelings as I am both LDS and have spiritual gifts, something that I've had my whole life, but I always thought that it was hard to combine these gifts with my religion. This has torn me into two directions, and I have talked to many people who feel the same way. I can't choose not to have my spiritual gifts, but I can choose how I use them. And I always want to use them for good and to help others. I believe my heavenly parents gave them to me for a reason. So, this is me. Join my quest for knowledge.
Tony Robbins, Day 2, Day 5. So in this day, they talked about building your own brand. But if you're thinking about yourself as a person and a brand, you're actually a brand to everybody around you. So it's what they see. But when you think about brands, and then he asked the question and he said, think about a large computer company. Everybody thought, Apple. Not everybody, but like at least 80-85%. Okay, now think about a soft drink company. How many thought about Coca-Cola? And last but not least, think about a search engine. And of course, Google. Yeah, there are other computer companies, soft drink companies, and search engines out there. But these three are really good at marketing themselves. And you can become too. So, to market yourself as a person, or even to other people that you meet every day, you need to know who you are. You need to have a clear vision of who you are and how you want them to perceive you. How should they describe you? What words should they connect with you? Then you use those words in your profiles. You use them in conversation. You plant the seeds to get people thinking about you in a certain way. You're probably already doing it, but not intently. And to build your brand, you need to focus on what is it that is uniquely you. What is it that you know? And what is it that you can teach that nobody else can do? I work a lot with social media and marketing, and I work a lot with influencing people. I'm trying to make the world a better place, and I try to do it every day with what I post and how I post it. When you build your brand, you need to understand the power of your brand. If you want to be perceived in a certain way, then you have to create it. You need to identify what is your competitive advantage and what do you bring to the table. You also need to practice communicating it so everybody understands. It needs to be clear and consistent. Then you need to live it. You need to push yourself out of your comfort zone, and you have to actually be who you say that you are. And last, you need to market it. A brand is a concept, and it's a phrase that brings you forward. If I say McDonald's, what do you reply? I'm loving it. When somebody says your name, what does that bring up in their minds? And since we talked about identity and branding, you used to be a person. Maybe it was a couple years ago, maybe it was yesterday, maybe it was just 1 minute ago. But if you want to become somebody else, you can change in an instant. You only need to have a vision of what you want to become and the determination, the focus, and put the actions towards it. So, what was your old identity? What is something that you wanted to get rid of? And what is the new identity you want to have in the future? My sister has hers already. She's a freaking goddess and she rocks. I have another vision about the future. Since I was little, I always believed that nothing is impossible. Oh, I'll rephrase that. I like to use the positive words to say things. Since I was little, I always thought that anything was possible. That all my dreams could come true and I could create whatever I wanted to create. Because I am the creator of my own reality. I can create a new world around me. I can create a new reality. I can create love, abundance, possibilities. I can visualize travel and I can put an effort into making them happen. We judge ourselves by what we do, but we are not our behaviors. So when building your brand, you need to be genuine. You need to mean what you say. You need to live what you say. And you need to be honest about who you are, because everybody recognizes when you're not being truthful. Everybody recognizes somebody when they're fake. Just look at one video on YouTube and you'll see, does the smile really reach their eyes? Do they really seem to care about you or not? Or you'll notice when people care about you. You'll notice when people want you to be good. You'll also know which friends you have who only focus on themselves. What do you think about the brand that we built, LDS and Medium?
Well, we talked a lot before we started the pod what we should name ourselves. And I was like, I've always, ever since I was small, had this vision that I wanted to talk about this. And so for me, it was a natural thing. Call it LDS because I'm a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. But I also have this psychic mediumship abilities inside of me. And now that I'm out of the medium closet or whatever to call it, I've never actually been in it. I've just been quiet. So maybe I haven't advertised it, but I've never been ashamed of it. I just didn't know what it was until I started to really research it and go to classes and study it. But for me, I was at the Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi challenge last weekend or the weekend before, I can't remember. And they said you should have a clear vision about what your dot is. The secret of the dot is what Dean calls it. And it's basically, you need to narrow down who you want to reach. Who do you want to talk to? And he said, every person on this earth has gone through hardships. And in those hardships, you've learned lessons. And those lessons can be very valuable to other people that goes through the same hardship. So you need to specify the dot. What is your dot? And for me, it's to connect with people that are members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. People who have testimony about the gospel, about Heavenly Father's plan. People who knows Joseph Smith and knows the Book of Mormon is true. And people who might be able to sense energies, empaths that can hear thoughts, see colors, auras. People that can communicate with the deceased ones. And especially people who can heal, that have the power or the knowledge about energy healing and that can help people and relieve them from sicknesses and pains other than being a priesthood holder and giving a blessing. And so those are the people that is like me. People who have these gifts inside. You feel it in there. You feel it like a caterpillar that wants to be a butterfly. And in the cocoon that you are, you feel it stretch, you feel it wanting to burst out. You want to get out of that cocoon and just spread your wings and fly, but just don't know how. And so those are the people that I want to connect with. Those are the ones that I want to reach because for me, I think it's possible to be both. I am both. I really have a strong testimony about the church, but I also believe that I am so much more. But I mean, if you think about it, if I'm truly believing that I am a daughter of God, then I should truly believe that He has given me some of His qualities and His strengths. And we all have those gifts inside of us. They may look different, they may feel different, but we all have them. And it's up to us to identify them and do what we can with them. And so that's the journey I'm on. And I've been seeing my sister who's gone through life pretty third dimensional, suddenly waking up to 5D reality that includes so much more. The first time she tried giving me healing, she just started crying and she's like, I can do this. I can feel the power. It's like, yeah, you go, girl. But it was such a beautiful moment. And so that's my dot. That's my people. That's my tribe. Those are the ones I want to reach. I'm sorry for the noise in the background. I can hear my son talking through the door, but I'm in a momentum, as Tony says. And so for you to find your brand, what have you gone through? What are your superpowers? What can you give someone that's going through the same thing that you are going through now? For me, it's being me, authentic me. Yes, I can heal people, and sometimes when I heal people, it's not like I heal people, I just help the body to self-heal. That's how I think of it. I just communicate with the body. Yeah, we're talking about communication. I'm really good with communicating with the body. It's just the people or the men that I don't communicate well with. But anyways, if I can communicate with the body and the cells, then I can accomplish change for the better in it. I had a train of thoughts. It just left me for a second. So my dot, it's you who listen. It's you that I've had some contact with. It's you that reach out and say that I can see myself in you. I understand you. I get you. You're my people. You're my soul tribe. You're the people that I want to reach. You're the people I want to build this new 5D world with. I want to meet the people who have a faith about the church and still have the strength and the knowledge about their gifts and want to use them for good. And to find others that also belongs in our tribe, in our soul family. This is why. And for me, it can't be more specific than that. It doesn't matter if you're young or old or man or woman. If you have a faith and you believe in the plan of salvation, but you also know that you might be more unique. That's how I see it. Unique. We have gifts. Makes me smile. I love my gifts. I try to use them to help people, to heal people, to help them through grief and moving on, or through pain and to feeling better in their bodies. So, what is your gift? What makes you unique? Our plan is that we're going to do these episodes, but write them down and have them as pods in our private group.
Have them as blogs.
Yeah, and have them as blogs there. So every pod that we've ever done will probably accept these ones because we have to transcribe them. It takes a while. The other ones I've already written down. So we're going to put them as blog in that private group. And my wish is that you who listen, be a member of that group. You can write down your thoughts underneath each blog episode. I want more material. What are your questions? What you want? Because I'm doing this for you. It's not for me. Well, it's helped me so much in healing myself. But I was reading my patriarchal blessing the other day. And when I started reading it now, after not reading it for a while, I took it out. And probably since the divorce, I haven't read it. So a year and a half ago. And when I started reading through it, I started crying because so much that I've gone through this year and a half. When I started reading my patriarchal blessing again, so much just made sense. It was like ding, ding, ding inside of my head. And I was like, hey, now I understand what this means. It doesn't mean that I thought it was originally. It means this. And so I have this huge confirmation that I'm on the right track. This is what I'm supposed to do. Why? I don't know yet. I'll get there one step at a time, enjoying the journey and every day of it. I'm so grateful for you. I look at I don't care about how many downloads I've had, but we had more than 2,000 now. Yee-hoo! But I love looking at the places that you guys are from. I can see like the statistics, but like who's listening from what place. And it makes me so happy. And I was like, just want to reach out and say hi from that place and hi from that place. And it's so fun that I have listenings from Thailand and Russia and France and Germany and like the US, all over the US and Sweden. And it makes me feel like we're an international family, an LDS medium international family. And so thank you for being a part of these 5 days with the Tony Robbins Challenge. And we'll come back with other days. But for today, we have to end this now. And so be the light, share the light, spread the light, shine. This is my journey. Thank you so much for keeping me company today. Please download, like, share, and subscribe, and help spread the light and spread the word to expand our community. Let's bring more love, peace, and unity to this world. Take care of yourself and your loved ones. Always be grateful, kind, and loving. Be brave and remember to step out of your comfort zone and smile. If you support us on Patreon, you will get access to our meditations and extra materials so you can download them as MP3. Also, we now have a Facebook group, which you can access from our Facebook community. Please answer the questions as you apply to participate. It will be a safe haven where we can keep discussing religion and spirituality, our spiritual gifts, and self-development. Remember, one person can make a difference, but together we can change the world.